Hey guys, thank you for joining me for another flow. Today's focus is going to be on moving faster, building heat in the body, and working with powerful transitions as we work through a power flow. So if you're ready, grab your mat and find a comfortable seat. Taking a deep inhale, just to settle into your mat, then beginning to draw the arms overhead. Exhale, bring hands to heart center. And bringing yourself to find tabletop. Wrists below shoulders, knees, hips distance apart. Tucking the toes. Beginning to peel the knees away, lift the hips high, come to downward dog. Taking a few pedals just to soften into the legs, swaying from side to side, readying yourself for the practice. Stepping the feet out wide. And then taking the right hand to the outside of the left ankle and twisting to look under the left shoulder. Taking a few deep and steady breaths here. And then releasing, coming back through center, taking the left hand to the outside of the right ankle, twisting to look under the right shoulder. Breathing deeply, in through the nose and out through the nose. Coming back through center, stepping the feet, hips distance apart. And as you inhale, drawing the right leg skywards, rippling forwards, keeping the leg lifted, high plank, coming back three-legged downward dog, bending the knee and bringing knee to nose, coming back to three-legged downward dog, bending the knee and stepping the foot in between the hands. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, plant the hands, step back to plank. Lower down through chaturanga, press up through to up dog, and transition back to downward dog. On your inhale, drawing the left leg high, coming forwards, high plank with the leg lifted, back to three-legged downward dog, bending the knee, rippling forward, knee to nose, coming back through to three-legged downward dog, and then bending the knee, stepping the foot in between the hands. Inhale, high lunge. Taking one more round of breath. Exhale, lower the hands, step back to plank. Lower down through chaturanga. Transition through to upward dog and back to downward dog. Staying for a few rounds of breath. Inhale, draw right leg high. Bending the knee, bringing knee to nose. Stepping the foot in between the hands. Inhale, high lunge. Taking a breath here as you exhale, twist to the right side, open the arms out to a T shape. Inhale back through center, lower the hands to frame the foot. Step the back foot further forwards, coming to a triangle fold, keeping the spine long. And adding a slight bend into the front leg just to soften in the backs of the knees. With every exhale, inviting the body to let go. Inhale back halfway, bring hands to hips, sending the body's weight forward as you lift the back leg, coming to warrior three. Finding balance as you bring the body into a T shape, and bring the hands into prayer. Lower the back foot from where you lifted it. Lower the hands and lower the back knee to find low lunge as you inhale, draw arms high. And twisting on the exhale to turn to the right side, the arms open wide. Inhale in position. Exhale, lower the left hand, extend right arm. Option to keep the back knee lowered or lift the back knee. Inhale deeply, exhale back through the midline. Step back to plank, inhale in position, exhale to lower down, transitioning through to up dog, then all the way back to downward dog. Finding the breath. Inhale, draw left leg skywards, bending the knee and planting the foot in between the hands. Inhale, come high. And as you exhale, twist to the left side, open the arms out wide. Inhale back through center, lower the hands to frame the foot. Step the back foot further forwards, finding triangle fold. Keeping the hips square and the spine long. Steadying the breath. Coming up halfway, hands to hips. Lifting the back leg to find warrior three. And finding the placement of the hands in prayer. Taking one final breath. Lowering the leg from where you lifted it. And lowering the back knee, finding low lunge. Inhale, arms high. And as you exhale, twist to the left, open the arms out wide. Inhale in position. Exhale, right hand lowers, left hand lifts. And lifting the back knee if you took that expression last time. Inhale in position, exhale through the midline, stepping back to plank, lowering down through chaturanga, and flowing your way back to downward dog. Lifting the gaze, coming up onto the toes, bending the knees, hopping your way forwards to find a halfway fold, and then exhale all the way down to full fold. Inhale, root to rise, and exhale, hands to heart center. Coming to Tadasana, lifting the right knee, taking the hands to the knees and drawing the knee towards the body. Taking the left hand to the outside of the right knee and extending the right arm back, twist to the right side. Option to stay here, or option to take hold of the foot. Wherever you find yourself, just grounding down, focusing your gaze. Moving back through center and switching the placement of the right hand now, either coming to the inside of the knee or the inside of the foot, and extending the left arm back, twisting the gaze to look to the left. Holding in position, coming back through center, releasing the hands from the foot, transitioning back through warrior three and lowering the hands to come to a halfway split, a standing split. Holding the balance, lowering the lifted leg and finding forward fold, taking a moment just to ground down through your foundation. Finding the breath, inhale, circle arms high. Exhale, hands to heart center. Finding Tadasana, lifting the left knee this time. Taking the right hand to the outside of the left knee, extending the left hand back. Option to take this expression, or option to take the hand to the foot, whichever you feel is most accessible to you. Stabilizing yourself through the grounded leg. Inhale in position. As you exhale, come back through center, switching the placement of the left hand, either coming to the inside of the knee or the foot. Then extending the right arm to the back, turning the gaze to look to the right side. Inhale in position. As you exhale, transition through center, releasing the hands from the foot, coming all the way down to your standing split. And slowly transitioning out of your split, bringing the feet wide, mat's distance, and taking ragdoll, just swaying from side to side. Bringing the feet out slightly wider, planting the left hand, inhale, draw right arm skywards, twist to open, inhale in position. Exhale to release, lower right hand, extend left arm, twist to open to the left side. Inhale in position. Exhale, release. Coming up onto the fingertips for support. Heel toe the feet in closer together and lower down to find Malasana, Yogi Squat. Maybe closing down the eyes here, tuning into the body and the breath. Taking a moment just to come back to a more natural rhythm of breath. And lifting yourself out of Malasana, walking the feet closer together. Bringing the index and middle finger in between the big toes and drawing yourself down to your fold. Allowing the arms to draw out to the sides, lengthening the spine. Deepening your fold on every exhale. Staying for 2 more breaths. Lifting yourself up halfway, releasing the hands from the feet, planting the palms, coming up onto the toes. So the heels lift, bending the knees, bringing the knees to the backs of the arms, and bringing yourself forwards to find either crow or crane. Holding your balance for a few breaths, and then either stepping out or coming all the way back to plank position. Finding plank, inhale in position. Exhale to transition down through chaturanga, through to up dog, and all the way back to downward dog. From downward dog, draw the right leg high, just so that you can step the feet to find straddle. Pivoting the toes out, keeping the heels where they are, sinking the hips, tucking the tailbone to find goddess pose. Bringing hands into prayer and closing down the eyes. Focusing on grounding through your foundation. Holding, slowly extending the legs, turning the toes to face the sides of the mat, hands to hips. And exhale as you begin to fold down. Bringing the hands to the outsides of the feet or wherever they meet on the mat. Lowering the gaze, just allow the body to soften with every exhale. Coming up halfway, inhale all the way high to straddle stance. Turning out the right foot and stepping forwards to find Tadasana. Inhale, draw arms skywards. Exhale to fold. Inhale through halfway. Exhale to lower down, stepping back to plank. And transitioning through from up dog. And then all the way back to downward dog. Turning the knees out to the side, stacking the left foot on top of right, transitioning the body's weight over onto the right arm to find side plank on the right side. Holding, keeping the hips lifted, drawing navel to spine, releasing back through downward dog. Bending the knees over to the right side, stacking right foot on top of left, sending the weight onto the left hand, as you stack the body on the left side. Extending the right arm skywards. Holding your line. Making your way back to plank. Lowering the knees. And swinging the legs out ahead of you. Lengthening the spine as you bring the hands to the backs of the legs. And finding Navasana, boat posture. Keeping the spine long. And drawing the tummy in towards the center of the body, engaging the core. Option to keep the legs bent, or option to extend the legs, finding a V shape. Holding for 2 more breaths. Crossing the ankles and rocking yourself forwards to come to tabletop. Taking a few sways from side to side, a few spinal waves. And coming back to center, walking the hands forward, sinking the chest. Keeping the hips on top of the knees as you come to puppy pose. And either staying exactly where you are, or there's also the option to curl the toes, lift the knees. Just allowing the body to be completely supported as you surrender to the posture. Taking 1 more full inhale and 1 complete exhale. Begin walking the hands under the shoulders and slithering yourself forwards to come to Cobra, Bhujangasana. Inhale in position. As you exhale, making your way back through to downward dog. Coming up onto the toes, bending the knees, and lowering the knees, bringing toes to touch, knees wide. Walking the hands forwards and softening the body down to find child's pose. And slowly beginning to reintroduce a calmer breath. Being mindful of the length of every inhale and every exhale. And trying to bring balance to both so that your inhale matches your exhale. Walking the hands into the body, press yourself back to a kneeling position. Swing the legs around to the side, extending them in front of you. And walking the hands down behind you to soften the body down to the mat. Drawing the knees out wide and hugging them close to the torso. Taking a few rocks from side to side, massaging the spine and the sacrum. And in these last few movements, taking any last transitions before softening the legs, softening the arms, the whole body as you come to Shavasana. Allowing the body to be heavy, completely supported by the mat. And taking these next few moments in stillness to bask in the effects of the practice. Just noticing the rise and fall of the chest, the rise and fall of the belly as the breath passes through the body. Gradually beginning to bring awareness back to the space around you. Slowly introducing movements back to the body. Gradually extend the arms overhead. Take a full body stretch and bend the knees into the chest. Hug the knees close. Bring the body to a ball. Roll over onto either side, whichever you prefer. And then begin to press yourself up to a seated position. Bringing the hands to the knees or on your lap, sitting up tall, closing down the eyes and taking a moment just to reflect on the practice. Be thankful for the time you spent today. Thank you for joining me. Namaste.